The Kelvin Sheppard thing. I know, like, journalistically, no legs to it. But let's talk economically real quick, because the man that's gone is getting $50 million to leave.
Mm-hmm.
That he's going to look at it. If they come to him, dude, he's going to look at it. Right?
I don't think he will. I mean, obviously, you take the interview and you sit down and you do that, yeah, for sure. But he's not going anywhere. He is going to have an NFL job waiting for him in very short order. That's not something you just throw away. Even to go back to LSU. Because you go back to LSU, it doesn't work out. You get fired after 2 years. You're not just becoming a head coach in the NFL. You got to go back to being hopefully a defensive coordinator right away. But he is going to be an NFL head coach in short order. So I don't see him giving that up, because that is one of 32 jobs in the world, and it is the highest level of your profession.
Right, which I get. But again, just given that path that you just said, the money's the same, if not greater. You know what I'm saying? If not greater, and it's easier.
I don't think it's easier.
Yeah. If you got boosters and you say, hey, we need money to get players,
you got to
that's
do all
the way
the
you
recruiting and everything like that. And I think there's a lot more that goes into being a college head coach.
My question is just, what's the difference in the bag? So say he does get what's the coaching job? You would just by like a first time. What's that contract as opposed to what would LSU offer you?
He would get a little more money in college.
A little more or a lot more?
14, 15 to 8 or 9.
Okay, over term with a buy, but you get a buyout guarantee, and
you can dictate terms better in college.
Yeah, like I mean,
no offset. You
got to entertain the question, right? Because I mean, it's both ways. So I guess it comes down to. And Kenny's not here because we just asked him.
Yeah, weird. We started talking about LSU, and KG goes in the other room for something.
Allegedly. Making a phone call, probably.
Is that weird?
No, but I mean, it's like, what's your path? What's your end goal?
So for me, assume he's making league average, because they don't make the coordinators' contracts public. They go anywhere from $1 million to... I would imagine like Jim Schwartz is probably at the top of the food chain for defensive coordinators, probably about $4.5 million.
So say he's making one.
Say he's making two. Say he's
$2
making
million.
2. Say he's in the middle of the road, right? Say he's making 2.25. If you're going to go from 2.25 to 15, and it's all guaranteed with no offset, like I'm taking.
And they
that
sign long-term deals too, right?
Yeah, 100%. You get
buyouts.
You see what I'm saying? Like
the buyout's the one that blows me away. You just got rewarded for failing.
Brian Kelly is getting $50 million to walk away. I think it's more likely than people want to give it credit for.
Yeah.
Because if it were me, D-Mac, here's my arc, right? Now, obviously, he played in the league and stuff like that. He's not he's not broke, obviously. But at the same time, D-Mac, you put your pen to paper, that's generational upon generational wealth. That is guaranteed no matter what.
That's what you have to look at, too. But
and I know it will be in the NFL also, but you can skip that time in the meantime and go do it. And if it doesn't work out, you'll have a coordinator job waiting for. Like, where do all these college washout coaches go?
Yeah,
that's
coordinators.
True. Where's Chip Kelly?
That's what I mean. Like, what is the? And Spenny says that, right? Because if you go to college, you fail, then you're not getting a head coaching job, but you'll get back in the league. It'll just take you longer. So, I mean, it's a bigger question, I think, that has to be entertained than just to shrug it off. Unless Kelvin Sheppard, right, if somebody asked him and he said, no, I want to be a head NFL coaching job, I would believe him.
And I doubt he'll do a one and done with the Lions. That's just me being a fan. I have no proof of that at all. But if Ben Johnson and AG,
did you go outside and make a phone call right there?
I mean, I could try. My autograph has a mind of its own.
Yeah.
So no, it is what it is. But I mean, it's kind of like when you decide, okay, do I want to go to a university or not? Do I want to deal with the prerequisites that come with going to a 4-year university? That's the same shit for Kelvin Sheppard. Like, does he want to deal with the recruiting trail and constantly having to do that and being in charge of a whole program? I know being an NFL head coach is similar, but I just don't think it's as taxing as it would be to be a college head coach. if that makes sense.
Woodward Sports chat thread. EX27, when will we see scouting responsibilities moves from the head coaches in college football with nil and transfer portals? It seems it's time for college teams to have a full-time GM separate from their coaches. Yes, that is happening. That is happening all over the country right now. It's going to be a full-on pro model soon. 100% it will be. Thomas Perry in the Super Chat. Spenny, as a Golden Domer, but also the son of 2 MSU grads, I hope MSU avoids Brian Kelly. Low-quality character, lousy recruiter. He was despised, no exaggeration, by many in the Irish administrative offices. Good luck, MSU.
Yeah, he does seem like kind of a turd, like when you see some of the stuff he does on the sidelines.
But can he win ball
recruiter?
games?
I don't know about that.
Yeah. But
I'd take him over Jonathan Smith in a heartbeat. But the Kelvin Sheppard stuff, like I said, it's I kind of agree with KG on the fandom part of it, to be like, he's not just going to go one and done. LSU needs a coach this year. Like, it's not like they're going to wait with an interim coach all year to hope Shep is good to go. And like I said, man, it's these guys are alphas. They are alphas of alphas. And you want the highest level of your profession, one of 32 guys in the National Football League, to be a head coach. Kelvin Sheppard will be one of those guys in very short order. I don't see him giving up that opportunity to go, even if it is his alma mater, in a great situation at LSU.
Woodward Sports chat thread. Cale Brewer. Shep said he wasn't leaving. He wanted to be with Dan Campbell. Didn't Ben Johnson say that too? Like,
yeah.
It's the guys, like, when are we going to learn, man? Like, this is the evolution of how it goes. I've told you guys this before. Even if it was Fox Sports 1 for some bullshit morning show, ...
The bag's
if I
there.
get if this phone rings right now and it's a 212 area code,
Yep.
I'm pulling a KG and I'm just going to get up and walk out of here.
Yeah,
I'm going to take the phone call.
Yeah. Gotta do what you gotta do.
100%. And guess what? I'm probably going to take the deal.
Yep.
And I'll figure the rest out later.
Goddamn right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just the way that it works.
And we wouldn't switch you.
Yes. Steve O'Baby, Neil, unfortunately, neither one of us control what happens, what another person does. S happens. People come and go. That's life. No, 100% it is. It's just because I noticed a change in your physiology when we started working through the numbers there. Like,
No, but that's the first thing that comes to mind. But then again, Calvin Sheppard, the dollar doesn't, like, he seems like a football guy, a lifer,
100%.
that getting to the next level. But when you have generational financial wealth that you have to consider, you have to be realistic about it. What are the other things? Like, for example, what happens if there's a family member or something, like we're that needs service, or like, so you don't know the situation. I just think that, like, I would lean to what Kelvin Sheppard said. And when it comes down to a defensive coordinator saying his intentions, Kelvin Sheppard's more going to tell you the way it is than, like, Ben Johnson would tell you what you wanted to hear.
correct.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Alex Stewart, not everyone's built for the recruiting grind. Do you think the head coach is recruiting day to day? Because I keep
seeing, I
keep
they're
seeing
playing
that.
a huge factor in it.
Yeah.
Setting everything up.
Colonel Ludlow, college is not easier than the NFL,
I don't think so.
bro.
Not in the NIL era.
When you are the head coach, do you think that Brian Kelly was out there flying around the country recruiting?
You got to do something different because Nick Saban walked away.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's a little bit different in that, like, what was left for the guy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's true.
Like,
Yeah.
there's literally nothing left for that guy.
I get it, yeah.
Who farted? Being a defensive coordinator for 7 weeks isn't exactly enough of a resume to get paid $50 million as a head coach.
He's a former player, too, but...
Oh, it's not?
Yeah. No, you can definitely get paid with that. Especially if he has a successful year like it seems like he's having.
So we struggle to understand market still, I see.
Yeah.
Huh? Do you think that they are going to pay around the same as they just paid Brian Kelly. Yes, that's what the market commands, especially now. Like, look at how many openings there are.
Right.
The head coaches that are available now have leverage that they haven't had before. Lane Kiffin is going to get $80+ million in this offseason from somewhere. Florida, Ole Miss, wherever. Like, do we understand that? Lane Kiffin. Would you rather, Spenny, if you were an AD, Lane Kiffin or Kelvin Sheppard?
Lane Kiffin. I mean, he's got the track record.
Yeah.
Kelvin Sheppard is still a question mark.
Very much so.
Lane Kiffin's been doing this for a while.
Spenny wants the easy way out.
If you're an AD, that's how you do it, though, because that's how I would do it. Because then you can't blame me.
Yeah.
I wouldn't got Lane Kiffin.
Right.
See, now we're spinning.
Big
India.
name. Right.
Now we're spinning. The donors are fired up about that.
Yeah.
But in the end, what's Lane Kiffin really done?
Right.
He's fun.
You're gonna be an unbelievable AD one day. You're gonna be unbelievable AD one day.
Yeah, if I were the AD, I'm getting Lane Kiffin because that's what my masses want. Knowing that I'd probably be better off football-wise hiring Kelvin Sheppard.
And we all know you serve your people.
Serve the constituents.
Serve the
I
people.
had an AD friend of mine. Always called everybody constituents, and I was like, why does he do that? Now I understand.